Alright guys, Kazoo71 here. Welcome to the first day of my Scorched Earth playthrough. Now I know this is an old map, but I want to show it anyway and do it because I've been wanting to go through them all. So here we go guys. As you can see, I'm on the island. And what I'm doing is loading up stuff in the Obelisk. Now, as you guys know, I'm using Superstructures and Dino Storage 2 mod. The two mods I'm using on this playthrough. I didn't start with them when I first did it. But as I made it like part way through, like a year or so into the playthrough, I added them. So what I'm using is a soul terminal. This acts as an obelisk, and as you can see, I've already uploaded stuff. Now the premise of the game is you complete the island and you ascend, and then you go to the next one, which is Scorched Earth. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go through them in order. I don't know how long it'll take me to go through them all, but I'm doing it. So if you complete stuff on the island, what you're supposed to do is take those items. You can upload them into the obelisk, what you need, and go to Scorched Earth. Now, with the island, on single player, you're only allowed 50 items and 50 dinos. So you just got to keep that in mind. Now, I'm on a server, so I'm allowed a little bit more. So, as you can see, I'm going to have more than 50 items. I'm loading up stuff. I'm taking things with me. I'm not just going in blind. Now, when we first load into Scorched Earth, it's going to be a little rough. So, now I do have a player playing on my server. She's a player who's been playing with me for quite a while on my other server. So, I invited her to play, as you guys seen in a couple of the episodes on the island. So, her and I are going to spawn in together on Scorched Earth, and our goal is to spawn in at spawn easy 1 and make it to the red obelisk and pull out an Argentavis and a saddle so that we can survive. So as you can see, I have the red implant, I have the alpha implant on my arm, and because I did the alpha ascension last episode. But here was day 1 on Scorched Earth, guys, and I see I'm not too far from the red obelisk. So as I told her, our goal was, get on and get to the obelisk as quick as we can. The first one there, get our RG out so we can help the other one if we need be. So here we go, guys. Day 1 of Scorched Earth. As you can see, I'm naked. You don't come in with anything, even though I uploaded stuff. And you see those purple flowers on the ground? Those purple flowers are silk. So that's how you get silk on this map. You need a sickle, and as you guys are going to see in a little bit, excuse me, the one item I forgot to bring, it was a sickle. So good thing my partner here, she brought a sickle, so we're good to go. But you got to survive. This is a really dangerous game initially, Scorched Earth. It's really, really hot. There are a lot of raptors. There are a lot of terror birds, thorny dragons, carnos everywhere. There's also a lot of what I call the stilly guys, which is the pegomastus. Those guys really suck, and they'll steal your stuff out of your hands. And the other deadly things are saber-tooths and wolves. They're everywhere. Now, as far as the other dinos and advanced dinos in here, there's the rock elementals, there's the phoenix, there's the wyverns, the trench. So all 3 wyverns were introduced on this map: the poison, fire, and lightning wyvern. And as I go through this playthrough, I'm gonna get them all, guys. I'm taming everything. So there's a stilly guy chasing me already. Hate those things. But the goal here is just to run. I'm pretty high level right now, so I got quite a bit of stamina. I got quite a bit of health and fortitude, so I'm not gonna die too quick as I would if I just came in single player as a level 1 character. You're probably gonna die quite a bit, which I've done before. I've played a little bit on Scorched Earth before, a single player, and died quite often trying to establish itself. So the thing you got to know about Scorched Earth is that you don't want to build out of stone or metal or tech. Maybe tech later on when you get some air conditioners and stuff, but you want to use thatch. And you want to use adobe. So if you're going to make a little hut to survive right away, you want to do it out of thatch. That's what's going to help you out. Now, as far as armor goes, the 2 armors that are going to help you here is, ghillie might too, but I don't know. I don't ever use ghillie. But the cloth armor, the simple armor you get right away, that's going to keep you cool a little bit. And then later on, the desert armor as soon as you can. Now, we are high enough level to get the desert armor. As you can see, I'm almost to the red obelisk now, so I'm getting there. We're high enough to get the desert armor. We just got to gather the stuff, silica pearls, that kind of thing, whatever we need, silk. And there is a tent on this map that you can make, and you'll, as I see, I'll make it in a bit here. But the tent will allow you to get inside the tent during the storms. There's 3 storms on this map. There's the heat wave, there's the lightning storm, and then there's the sandstorm. So these do different effects. The sandstorm drains your stamina, and the heat wave will cook you, and then the lightning storm will knock out your power if you have generators or anything outside. So As you see, I made it to the red obelisk. Nothing got me so far. Something's hitting me now. Just some bugs. And I was just making sure it wasn't something else because I didn't want to die real quick. Just the bugs, not a big deal. I can grab an RG real quick. They won't kill me that quick. If I can get the... I can't seem to grab the obelisk here. Okay, so let's get an RG out. I'm just going to grab the first one I see. And I'm going to grab an RG saddle real quick because I don't have time to play with this. These guys are beating me up. They're starting to do some damage to me. Let's get on my RG here and just chomp them real quick. Whew, okay, I'm up. that was rough. So she's right behind me, as you guys are going to see, and I'm not even seeing her, but when I was watching this as I'm playing through it, you'll see that she was actually almost right behind me. So I'm going to land right here. Take a little break for a second. I need to kill these Titan drones. And I'm like, where are you at? But she just ran right under me if you saw that real quick. But it's pretty funny. So, yeah, see, there she is at the obelisk. So I'm going to get over here, and then she took a little moment to get the obelisk stuff out, and I'm going to protect her with my RG while she grabs her stuff. She's already made cloth armor. I'm still naked. My goal was just to run. She was like protecting herself as she was running, which is cool. I just didn't want to do that. I'm just more interested in running because if I was going to die, I didn't want to waste time building stuff. So I don't know what she's doing, but she didn't grab an RG yet. So I'm like, hurry up and grab an RG. She's like, here I am. I'm not picking you up. Get an RG. Alright, let me kill that Pego Master Stilly guy out the way. And I meant to type there, but I actually jumped off my bird like a dummy. Good thing I didn't die. Cool. Now she's going to get her RG out. So what the goal is to get the RGs out, right? And then once we're safe, I'm going to grab one of those soul terminals from the Dino Storage 2 mod. Now, you don't have to. You can do everything I'm about to do right here at the obelisk. All you got to do is get your RG out and protect yourself. So, or any dino to protect yourself. And once you're protected, then you can grab other stuff. But I'm going to grab that soul terminal real quick just because we're going to use it. And then we're going to get away from here. It makes it easier. I'm grabbing a couple of tools just because, and then we'll get more stuff in a bit when we need it. But just starting off with some basic gear. As you can see, that's why I wanted to show this part. I'm scrolling through what I took. I took a lot of stuff because I built it, I earned it on the island. There's no reason for me not to take it to Scorched Earth. So now that she's up in the air, we're going to get up in the air, we're going to find somewhere safe, and we're going to go through and grab some more stuff. Alright, let's get over here and find somewhere safe. And then my plan was, guys, just so you know, I wanted, there's an oasis under each obelisk. There's the, the blue, the green, and the red. Now the red one it seems to be the safest one, except for you're surrounded by mountains and things kind of fall in. The green one's got a lot of Daedons and sabers around it. There's also a bunch here, but not as many. There seems to be more rock elementals around this one. But so I wanted to try this one because when I played on single player and I never beat the game, I built around the green obelisk or close to it, and I didn't like the area, so I wanted to try a different area. So that's why we came to the red obelisk to try it out. So we're going to build close to it because there's a water puddle, the oasis down there. And now that I'm on here, I'm going to go ahead and load my hands up and get ready to go. And just kind of move around. And she flew off. I don't know why. It's kind of funny. I was like, come back. Oh, I think she was going to get that drop. So, yeah, we're just going to grab some armor out of here. And I'm just grabbing the basic stuff so we don't, die right away. Like I had made some basic armor. But you can see she's already built it. So she's pretty quick. And put me some armor on. There we go. And I'm going to put hers in the tribute side so she can grab it. I'm going to grab a few other things. Make some soul balls here because we definitely want to be able to pick up our dinos. That's why I put crystal in there right away. And there's a lot of crystal in this map, and you guys will see as I'm playing around. there's quite a bit everywhere on the mountain. So now that we start with an RG, it works out pretty good. Now, if you're starting single player on this and you're starting from level 1, you're going to have to grab some, tame some raptors or wolves or something so you can survive a little bit first, because it's kind of rough. So work your way up to Ebola, knock a couple of raptors or wolves out. And the wolves do run in packs here, but they also run single a lot. So you can find a wolf running around quite often. Terror birds are always in packs. The raptors are mostly in packs, but you can find a raptor by themselves every once in a while. There's also scorpions on here too, but who wants to tame a scorpion and run around with a scorpion? That's kind of pointless. So I'm learning the tech engram for the tent. That's what I just did. And as you can see, I need lots of stuff to include silk. And I'm looking to see if I have a sickle, and I do not have a sickle. Like I said, that's the one thing I forgot to bring. So, and just so you guys know, I'm not taking anything on this map that, from the island that you can't have on this map. So I refuse to do that because I want to show you guys how to play through. So if the dinos that I uploaded are dinos that are on Scorched Earth, Rexes, a couple of Megatheriums, an Ankylododicarus, that kind of stuff. Because I didn't want to leave Coolio. That was my first Anklo, man. I had to take him, and I had to take a couple of my RGs that I tamed. I didn't want to leave him. Because what I actually did was I took my server and I changed it from the island to Scorched Earth. So we didn't have to upload our characters. Our characters were still there because it was on the same server. All I did was switch the maps. And what that does sometimes, it can destroy everything you built. So I made a backup of my island in case we ever want to go back to that right before we moved. Or right before we loaded everything, so we have a backup. So as long as it takes me to do the Scorched Earth, there's 3 caves on here with 3 artifacts, and then there's the Manticore. And the plan is to do all the Manticore. I'm going to do the Manticore Gamma, Beta, Alpha, just like I did on the island, everything there. And then once we do all that stuff, then we're going to ascend here and go to the next map, which is Aberration, which is not a very likable map for me, but I'll do it. But what we're going to do is we're going to do Scorched Earth. I've wanted to play Scorched Earth all the way through for a very long time. I've been playing this game for 6+ years and never really played Scorched Earth all the way through. I've played on it a few times. So we're going to tame a phoenix. We're going to tame the phoenixes. We're going to tame some rock elementals. We're going to steal some wyvern eggs. I'm going to have to figure out how to do that, but we're going to do it all. So all I got is Orgies. There's no pterodons on this map. There are Tapinjera on this map, so Tapinjeras might work to get us in that wyvern trench. But if you guys see my Valguero when I stole some eggs, I took a pack of pterodons in there. So we'll see what I do on this one. I don't know yet. But I'm just grabbing different stuff, so I just wanted to keep this in here and show you guys what we're doing. I didn't want to cut any of this out because I think it's important if you're looking at a playthrough so you know what I actually taken. That's why I'm scrolling through it pretty quick so you guys know I'm not cheating. These are all things that I grabbed on my island, that I built, that I crafted, that I took from the island and uploaded to come here. There's a lot of playthroughs where people show you guys how to do things, and there's way more popular YouTubers than me, and most of the time I guarantee you that their playthroughs are cheating because I just know. I've been playing this game for so long. I just know how things work. And when you see people do certain things a certain way, it's like, that's not legit. But I'm going to do it all legit. Like I said, everything I did was just transferred over. So the only thing I took that's not on this map is shocking tranquilizer darts. So we took some shocking tranquilizer darts from the island, and we took some biotoxin because you cannot get biotoxin here, and you cannot get shocking tranquilizer darts. So we took some. We're going to be able to make some. We'll have some for a while, but then once we run out, we're going to have to go to those tranquilizer darts, which are the lower darts for the long neck rifle. But initially, we're going to use the good ones as long as we can because why not? We made a bunch. And my partner Harper here, she made a whole bunch of shocking tranquilizer darts. She spent like hours on the island just crafting those, so we'd have them for a while. And a bunch of kibble. So we got to get to the part where we can have a kibble farm, and she's really good at that, and I'll show you guys what I mean by that. I've never really crafted or worked on kibble farms. I've made kibble, but I don't do a bunch of it. She's really good at setting up stuff to tame and do kibble farms. And I'll show you guys in some later episodes as we go along. I'm sure we'll get to that point where we'll make it all. And probably make a big garden and everything to go with it. So we got to have all that stuff. So I'm just grabbing stuff still. And as you guys are seeing in the background what I'm grabbing. Just some basic things. I'm not going to grab everything until we get the base built. So once I find a spot, we're going to build a base. That's what we're going to do. We're going to collect some silk, a couple other items so we can craft a tent. And then we'll start working on the area and probably tame some dinos that we need on here. Morlops to gather cactus. And some Jerboas to tell us when the storms are coming. But we'll get on those guys. Alright, so we just check and make sure she's good. Everything good. And then we're going to pick this guy up. I think she's good. Cool. We're good. Alright, let's go. See. Oh, she gave me a sickle. Yeah, that's cool because I told her I didn't have a sickle and she had one. And she had an extra one. She had loaded a couple into the Obelisk. You definitely want a sickle on this one. So you're going to be gathering by hand until you get to that part. There's no Therizinosaurs on this map, so you can't be gathering a bunch of fiber and sickle with the Therizinosaur because they don't exist. There are some other dinos on this map that'll help you out, and I'll show you guys as we go. But we're going to go back to where I ran in because I ran through those silk flowers I was telling you guys, those purple flowers. And what's really funny here, we're going backwards. Later on, I realized there's a bunch of them right by the red obelisk too. That's kind of funny. That's all right. We just need to get some silk flowers. And I know when I ran by that red Doedicurus over here, there was a bunch of silk flowers on the ground. Right around here, there's the red Doedicurus, and there they are. Cool. So make sure we're good. I'm going to pull out my sickle. I'm going to start harvesting because we need a bunch. Tons of silk. Silk and silica pearls and metal so we can make the desert gear. But I need silk for the tent. And there's another stilly guy. I hate those guys. Like I said, I didn't take... Oh my gosh, what the heck was that? I jumped on and jumped off. Having a little technical difficulty here. I'm a dork. Oh, there's another Doedicurus there too. So now I'm going to put some berries in my last slot since these darn stilly guys keep stealing my stuff. And I don't want to tame him. I'm going to go kill him. I'm mad at him. He stole my stuff. He dies. How dare you? I got my stuff back. Steal from me. How dare you steal from me? Anyway. Make sure you put something in your last slot in case these guys grab you. They'll take what's in your last slot. There's another one. Oh my, he took those berries. Oh my gosh, I killed the one and another one got me. He's going down too. We're going to both die. Put up with that. And you see my most annoying thing on this map is going to be these guys, I think. I hate them. But I left everything on the map because it wouldn't be fair for me to show you guys how to play through on this map if I was taking dinos off. Or cheating or making it easy. Or making the time shorter or the nights quicker or the days longer. Nope, not doing it. Everything's the same as normal. Alright, so. We need to make that tent. I need a little bit of hide. And I keep jumping off my RG. Sorry, guys. I don't know what I'm doing, but for some reason, I got confused. This map, I think, made me just nervous because I know how dangerous this map can be. And I just kept jumping off the RG over and over again. So there's an anklo. And there's some glitch here. Like, I should have been able to grab that guy. And again, that one I just totally missed. But the first time, I should have been able to grab it. I don't know, got him that time. I was beginning to think for a second that maybe they changed the anklo so you couldn't pick them up. I'm just going to kill this anklo because I need the stuff from it so I can make this tent. And then what we're going to do is go back to the red obelisk and start looking for a place we can build. And we're calling it like a tent base, but we'll see how it goes. Got to start somewhere. So let's see if I can make a tent now. There's some hide. Now I got enough. And... where's the tent at? Oh, I spelled that wrong. Durr. Don't even know how to spell tent. Alright, there we go, guys. We have a tent. So now we can protect ourselves from this extreme heat and scorched earth if we need to. And like I said, we're going to head back to the red obelisk. Now, I was looking around the red obelisk, and Harpy found a explorer note, so gave me the coordinates. So I flew over here. As you guys see, I was just looking at the GPS. And I've seen this before. There's a little canyon here, but this little entrance here on one side, and then the explorer note is right by it. And it looks like a little one of those jars, ectopic jars, I think is what they call them, that they put the remains in old Egypt if they burned you or something like that. Or in mummy movies, they take their organs out and put their organs in those jars. So gross. They should put mummies on. It wouldn't be a dino game if they had mummies. That'd be funny though. Okay, anyway, so back to where I'm at. Sorry, a little sidetrack there. So now I'm still flying around the red obelisk. We're looking at this area right here. It looks really flat. And then we found 2 flat areas. This one's really big, and it make a good base here. It's a little bit higher, and we're kind of deciding whether we like it or not. And I kind of do, but kind of don't. I kind of like this other spot we found first, and I'll show you guys in a minute, because I think that's where we're going to build at. But just looking around here, and look like there's a little bit of ruins right there, so I'm going to fly over here real quick. Yep, there should be an explorer note here. Explorer notes on Scorched Earth are super easy to find, especially if you circle the dunes, and I'll show you guys in a later episode. I'm going to go do that, because if you circle those dunes, you'll find a lot of explorer notes. And the dunes aren't any hotter than it is over here. So there we go, another explorer note. If you want to pause it there and read it. I'm not going to sit here and read all these things. I should, but it takes too long. Give me a couple of levels on the bird. Told her I was over here and where I got one at. And now we're going to keep on looking, guys. We got to find a place to build. We got to establish something. So flying around looking, I found the Jerboa. Like I told you guys earlier, these are very, very important on the game. Best way to tame these guys is punch them. Don't try to train them. Just punch them. Don't even use a club. Just hit them with your fist. They just take a few berries. They're all level 1. If you've never seen these guys before, level 1. They ride on your shoulder. It's a shoulder pet. Any kind of time one of those 3 storms will come, they'll make a different noise and a different motion. So once you learn the storms and the motions and what they do, all you got to do is look at them as they're doing it. If you can do third person, and you can see what movement they're making, what noise they're making, and you'll know exactly what storm's coming. So it's a pretty cool feature of these guys. I'm going to tame this one, so I got one on my shoulder. We need them. We both need them. And they're everywhere on the map, too, so except for in the dunes. They're not out. Well, they might be in the dunes. I don't know. There we go. Tame the Jerboa. I'm going to put them on passive, put them on my shoulder. There we go. Make them stop following me. And we're good to go. We got one. We just need 2. So I'm just letting you know I got a Jerboa. Let's see if there's another one around here somewhere I can get. Oh, there's a stilly guy. Urgh. God, Lord, I hate these things. Oh, the other thing on here is the little Titana drones or whatever. The ants, the flying ants and the walking ants. Hate those things, too. They're all over the map. So it's another thing that's bad here. Oh, there's another one. Jerboa. There's another one right there. Let's get that guy. Let's tame this one, too. Let me get some more berries real quick. Cool. We'll get us each one real quick. And I don't know what event I have on. Maybe it's the Easter one, or I don't know. Who knows what's on? It looks like the Easter colors, though. I was leaving the event on. I like the colors. Come back here. Come back here. I want to be your friend. There we go. Berries. Let me get those narco berries. Just in case. You really don't need them. You could probably tame them without them, but I always give them a couple of narco berries because their torpidity goes down pretty quick. But I ain't going to need it. But I'm going to grab them anyway. Let's get them out of my other one. See? It would make it without them. I didn't need to put them in there. And I didn't even put them in there. Look at that. So I'm telling her where the coordinates are so she can come get this Jerboa. And there we go. Tamed the Jerboa. And a stilly guy got me while the Jerboa. Now my Jerboa's attacking the stilly guy. That's not very good. That's kind of funny, though. I don't think he can kill that thing. Just hey, stop. I'm trying. Okay, I don't know what to do. Let me see. I tried to whistle. That ain't gonna work. I need to get the taming group out. Probably still have a taming group from the island. Yep, boss fight in the island. Let's get rid of that. And let's say, let me whistle. Oh wait, he's right there. Yeah, we're good. He stopped following it. Cool. Let me pick him up. There we go. Soul ball on them. We're good to go. And there she is. Cool. She found me. Perfect. All right. Let's see how. Get this guy out and give it to her. Put these berries back in it and put it back on passive real quick so it don't go crazy. There we go. Now we both got one. Alright, back to looking for a base spot around this area. There we go. Let's go look. So we looked around quite a bit. There's a couple of rock elementals around and everything. I cut a little bit of this video out. I don't want to show you guys this looking. We looked for like 30 minutes. Took us a while. And then we decided to come back here in this original spot. So this is right by the red obelisk. There's this little raised plateau. You can get up here. You can walk on it. So it's not like totally protected. But I think I want to build here just to start with as a starter base. We can do like a little U. Because there's a little bit of water on each side. I killed this jumping alligator here. Oh, he got me. One of them got me. Ah, crap. Get the sword out. Good thing I grabbed my sword. It's Caprasuchus. Let me just kill them all. These guys are easy to kill with a sword. Hate them things. Anyhow, good to go. They're dead. Let's move on over here. So like I said, I think this is where we're going to build, guys. We're going to start right here. So I'm going to kind of put an end to the episode here in just a second. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Day one so far, Scorched Earth. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was going to be worse than this. I thought we were going to die a couple of times each, but neither one of us died yet. So it's been pretty good. Good thing we got to the obelisk quickly. That was what was helped us out. We got fortunate getting to the obelisk without dying, because that's when you usually would die, is trying to run to the obelisk. So, but once we got there and got an RG out, we we're good to go. As you can see, I almost died when I got there, but I was good. So I'm going to throw this tent out real quick. So if we need that, we can get in there. And then I'm going to throw out my soul terminal. And we're just going to use it right here because we made this area safe. Like I said, once again, you could go to the obelisk and do this. But I'm going to pull out a Rex, one of my boss fight Rexes that I loaded. Because why not? All right. And we're going to protect myself with that thing. Anything comes around here and I can't get on my RG quick enough, I'll get on a Rex. Or if I want to go collect a bunch of meat and kill some stuff, I got a Rex now. There we go. We'll tame some on this map too, but like I said, I tamed them. This is not cheating by loading them. They're mine. I'll grab a little bit of meat out of my RG. Put that in there so he's got some meat, and we'll go kill stuff later. But for now, I just want to keep him right there so we got him. But there you go, guys. We are day one. We're going to start working on some bases, and that'll be my next episode, kind of the base part of the build. We'll start making a little base to keep us safe. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Any comments, please leave them, and I'll see you next time.